on Sunday, June 1st, will attempt to again sail towards Gaza and to try to break the siege and open up a humanitarian corridor by delivering aid like food and medical supplies.
Greta Thunberg, the retired climate activist. She realized that the climate grift was over, so she wanted to get on the jihad bandwagon. She is en route and possibly in Gaza right now. It's a little unclear to me, but listen to this from AP News. Climate campaigner Greta Thunberg and 11 other activists set sail on Sunday afternoon for Gaza on a ship aimed at breaking Israel's siege of the devastated territory, organizers said. The sailing boat Madeleine, operated by activist group Freedom Flotilla Coalition, departed from the Sicilian port of Catania in southern Italy. It will try to reach the shores of the Gaza Strip in an effort to bring in some aid and raise international awareness over the ongoing humanitarian crisis, the activist said at a press conference on Sunday ahead of her departure. And before I even comment on that vile little troll creature, let's throw to some video of her.
Hello, I am currently standing on the Madeleine, the ship that on Sunday, June 1st, will attempt to again sail towards Gaza and to try to break the siege and open up a humanitarian corridor by delivering aid like food and medical supplies. The last time we attempted this, about a month ago, the boat Conscience that we were about to board, just a couple of hours before we were planning to board and set sail, it got bombed twice. And all evidence suggests that it was Israel who did it.
Oh my God.
So now we are here in Catania, outside of Sicily, to try to continue our mission to try again.
We have to keep trying, because the moment we stop trying is when we lose our humanity. And no matter how dangerous this mission is, it is nowhere near as dangerous as the silence of the entire world in the face of a live-streamed genocide.
All right, listen, that little climate. It is unclear to me where she is right now. She might be, I don't know if they're going to let the ship land. She's also not interested in Egypt's blockade of Gaza, right? It's only about those pesky Jews, of course. Why didn't she just, I got an idea for you, and it would have been easier than the flotilla. You could have just taken a plane over to Cairo and then taken a car ride through Sinai and then walked up to the giant border with Egypt and asked them to open the doors. Why didn't you do that, Greta? Why didn't you do that? So it is, as we tape right now, it's a little unclear where she is. Did she get all the way here? Would they allow her to enter Gaza? And what would Hamas do with someone like her? I mean, I know they like useful idiots, but like, you know, and also this idea, this climate, everything about the climate change conversation, everything was always complete nonsense. And she was just the avatar for that. But if she cared about the environment at all, the country in the Middle East that she would love the most would be this place, which has done more for green energy and clean energy and literally making the desert bloom. This place 100 years ago, when it was the British mandate of Palestine, and even before that into the Ottoman Empire, it was basically a swamp that was a flea-ridden swamp. It was the Jews who dredged the swamp. It was the Jews who then went to the Negev and made the desert bloom. That's the phrase, right? Because they created drip irrigation, because obviously it's hot in the desert, and when people were watering, all the water was evaporating, so they created drip irrigation here. They've done more for green energy and desalinization. They used to have a water deficit here, now they export water. So if you cared about any of the things that you purport to care about, and I know you don't, then you might want to revisit some of your prior assumptions. The globalists never stop. Now they're pushing airborne vaccines. No needles, no permission, just exposure. The last administration quietly funded grants for aerosol vaccines, a delivery system that could infect us without consent. Watch this. Millions were forced into the mRNA psyop, and cases of myocarditis, blood clots, and immune damage have skyrocketed. 8 states are in the process of banning these shots. The Trump administration needs to make sure this tyranny hasn't been released on the public. Dr. Peter McCullough and the wellness company created Ultimate Spike Detox with 4 times the nattokinase plus bromelain and curcumin to help break down spike proteins and support your body's natural recovery. Experience the only formula approved and used by Dr. Peter McCullough, a top freedom-fighting cardiologist who risked it all. So head over to twc.health/Rubin and use code Rubin to get 15% off plus free shipping. Again, that's twc.health/Rubin and use code Rubin to get 15% off plus free shipping. get back to that pre-COVID feeling.